Our cameras have been given access to one of the region's most recognisable buildings as you've never seen it before. Volunteers at Lincoln Cathedral have started running tours giving guests a special look inside the huge historic roof space of the landmark site. Now, you certainly need a head for heights, and our reporter Matt Price was among those given the chance to explore the centuries-old craftsmanship that keeps the building standing tall.
It is one of our region's most recognisable buildings. From the ground, it towers high over the city.
It's 200 feet above sea level.
But it is not from down here that we will explore Lincoln Cathedral today. Our cameras have joined a very special tour. We are climbing, almost crawling through the historic, rarely seen roof timbers of this centuries-old building.
You get to see parts of the cathedral that no one else gets to see behind locked doors. You go up into the old Norman staircase, so parts of the oldest parts of the cathedral. You get to see areas that would have been perhaps defensible. There's medieval paint still on the walls, and our guides are just absolute experts that know so much about this.
It is a dream come true for architecture fans, a fascinating insight into how this construction was crafted back in 1072.
The steps are reasonably even.
Okay.
They does change a bit as we get to the top.
Meet our tour guide, Penny.
These would just be peasants pulled off the field.
Her CV carries two key skills, a wealth of knowledge and a brilliant level of fitness. She needs it, as do we and our guests.
Okay, let's go down.
Up and down some 100 steps here. The tour tells a story of the cathedral's history.
Remember I said there was a fire about 900 years ago, and this would have acted like a chimney, this staircase.
From that devastating fire in 1124 to an earthquake in 1185. Our trip takes us up and around the bell tower, up close to the most stunning stained glass windows. We have a quick lesson in lead, how and why this roof is kept in tip-top condition, and the tour doesn't fail to impress when it comes to views. From high on up over Lincolnshire and beyond, the scenery is breathtaking, even on a misty day.
This, back in medieval times, was the largest diocese in the whole country. Originally it was in Dorchester-on-Thames, and then when William the Conqueror appointed Remigius as the new bishop, he quickly wanted him to come up here to Lincoln, which was already a prosperous city with the Roman walls around it, would be safe, and this was where he wanted the new cathedral to be built.
But the climax of the climb is to here. The wooden structures which support the roof, few have been here. So taking a look around really does feel quite special.
Just totally amazed at the builders of the period, their skills, their skill levels, and how the heck they achieved this sort of a building when you compare modern procedures.
It was Ruskin who said that Lincoln Cathedral was out and out the most precious piece of architecture in the British Isles.
Ruskin might have been right. A place of worship, yes, but during the war it was something else. Lincoln Cathedral has such a striking presence. It can be seen on the city's skyline for miles around. But it was also a poignant landmark, a symbol of home for the many returning pilots of Bomber Command.
Within the cathedral, where there is a special chapel for airmen, hundreds of relatives of the fallen take part in a service conducted by the Lord Bishop of Lincoln.
The names of those who served and were lost are engraved into memorial walls in the grounds of the International Bomber Command Centre. From here, the cathedral can be clearly seen, and that's intentional.
During the war, it was the sighting point for the crews based in Lincolnshire. So many of the guys that you see on the walls around here were their last view of this country was that building over there. It was massively important, and I think that's really resonant when you bring back a veteran who served in the county and you see that emotional reaction of standing in that spire overlooking the cathedral.
These old beams can tell a story or two.
All the preparation was done down on the ground. They would make the joints and they would put codes on them so that when the wood came up here, they would know how to fit it together.
The tour also takes in views down the full length of the nave, and for Katie, who took part, it was the highlight.
Oh, it was amazing. It was such an amazing opportunity to go behind the scenes and find out. It really brought the history of the place to life, so you could imagine all the craftspeople building and working. It's just so incredible.
A rare sneak peek inside the roof space of this iconic building, one which means so much to so many in this city and beyond. Matt Price, ITV News, Lincoln.